Have you been curious about CBD but simply just don't know where to start or what products to take or who to trust? Well, today's video is going to help you with just that. I'm Risa Morimoto, your host, and you're watching Modern Aging, where we chat about innovative and holistic ways to elevate our health and well-being as we age. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. All you got to do is click on that little red button below with that little bell next to it to be sure to be notified whenever a new episode is uploaded. You can also check out our website at thisismodernaging.com, where we have our latest articles, podcast episodes, courses, and of course videos. My guest today is Tahira Rehmatullah. She is the co-founder and CEO of Commons, which is a new CBD product brand. You may have seen my interviews with Integrative cannabis physician Dr. June Chin. If not, you should definitely check those out, and I'll put them up here. Dr. Chin is medical advisor for Commons, and I have since become a Commons coach, or ambassador as they call them, mainly because education is so critical to their mission. The world of CBD is confusing and complicated, so I'm here to help answer questions about CBD and CBD products so that you can make the best decision for yourself. Tahira and I chat about some of their new products and the importance of educating yourself before taking CBD. Dr. Chin and I are actually starting a new live webinar. It's September 30th, October 3rd, and October 6th. All you got to do is go to cbdwomenshealth.co/webinar. We're going to be talking about the science of cannabis and how it could potentially help you. So I'd love for you to register. All you got to do is go to cbdwomenshealth.co/webinar to register. But in the meantime, check out our interview. Tahira, thank you so much. This is so exciting. I love your products, I have to say. I've been trying them and trying them out and stacking, as you call it.
What's your favorite?
What's my favorite? I gotta tell you, like seriously, like I'm addicted. This
smells so good.
Like seriously, it's kind of a little bit like Tiger Balm, but better.
Better.
Yeah.
Not as strong.
Right.
I feel like something that's like nice and subtle throughout the day.
So tell me, why did you actually even create Commons?
Sure. I mean, I've had a long history in the cannabis and CBD space. And one thing that I kept noticing after the market kept getting bigger and bigger is that there was still a lot of misinformation and lack of understanding around what is CBD, how do you use it? I can get it at the gas station, I can get it at Nordstrom, what's the difference? And I was seeing it a lot in my own family and friends too. And they would come to me because I am in the industry and I understand it, but the average person doesn't. Yes, you can Google all the information, but it's still not that easy to understand. And it's one of those things that really comes through experience and trial and error. Because CBD is fairly new, and when you think about clinical trials and just the history, it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not like Advil where it's like, take 2 and call me tomorrow. Right. It really depends on your build, your body chemistry, your metabolism, and so that can be really confusing for people. And so we wanted to create something that was an easy way for people to understand and also create an opportunity for dialogue. That's the whole direct sales model side of it, having coaches on our side, because you have someone real to talk to. And if you try a product and it doesn't work, then there's a recommendation or some adjustment that you can do by talking to that person and try something else. And because there's a range of ways that you can take CBD, you can ingest it, it can be sublingual, topical, inhale, like who knows what the right format is. And none of us have time to keep trying different things and worrying about, am I going to feel bad? I can't afford to have a day where I don't feel good. So we really, that's really the idea behind Commons. And the name is Commons. It's a place for everybody. We want all ages and demographics to feel comfortable depending on what you're trying to deal with as well. There's a place for you. There's a conversation to be had.
That's so awesome. And that's actually what really inspired me to become a coach and kind of do the deep dive, because I've really felt the benefits from it, and I feel like there's so much misinformation out there, and
Definitely.
It's so true, right? So I really, even at Modern Aging, we want to build up a team, to be able to help really educate people and say, you can take this or you can take this or not, or maybe you should take it slowly if you're a first timer, and because there's so much crap out there, they may take the crap and then nothing happens and they're like, this is
exactly
shit, right?
You have one bad experience and you don't want to try it again, and we certainly don't want that.
Tell me, so what was your first product?
So we have what we call an anytime gummy, so 10 milligrams of CBD isolate, watermelon flavor, meant to be taken any time of day or night. Just have the opportunity to take one, take multiple, and that's really, you know, something that you can take throughout the day.
That's so awesome, and it's 10 milligrams. So what's the difference then between the three?
Sure. So this one is a daytime gummy, and this is 10 milligrams of CBD plus B12 and caffeine. So that's why we call it our daytime. It's really for energy, focus, but kind of having that combination where for some people caffeine can make them jittery, but the combination with CBD actually calms it down a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
So, and then B12, which is always good to have in your system and, you know, provides that boost of energy as well. So again, 10 milligrams, so a lower dose. So if you want to take one or take a couple, you have that opportunity. These are passion fruit flavored, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, I take 2 to 3. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
These are so cool. These are like Listerine strips.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Thicker.
You don't put them on your tongue. You put them, what we recommend is putting it either inside your cheek or under your tongue, and it dissolves within, you know, for people it's a little bit different, but let's call it a minute or two. And the reason why it takes a little bit to dissolve is because if it dissolves too quickly and you just swallow it, then you're just swallowing the CBD. It's not getting absorbed. So a slower dissolve in your mouth is actually getting the CBD into your bloodstream. And this is micronized CBD, which just means really, really tiny molecules that are actually able to be absorbed. And it's a food grade polymer that dissolves really nicely. We have these in 2 flavors, peppermint and tropical punch. I really love these. I think it's a unique format. And it also just allows for like kind of on the go, throw it in your bag, always have one at the ready. So, you know, a liquid, it's a dropper, you know, you're able to do a drop, you can do a full dropper, you know, and you can measure it out too. We say that 1 full dropper is about 33 milligrams. So you can kind of gauge it from there. And you can drop it directly in your mouth under your tongue so it gets absorbed. You can also take it in drinks. You know, I like to have it in tea or water. That will, then you're ingesting it, so it takes a little bit longer to have an impact. And we like these too because, you know, you can kind of have like a mix and match as well. You can, again, start with a low dose, go higher. There's a lot of optionality.
Does
you know,
it smell differently?
It does. It actually smells a little bit more like the melon.
It does smell like watermelon.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So it says 1,000 milligrams.
Yep.
So what does that mean?
So it's 1,000 milligrams in the bottle, which, you know, again, 1 dropper is about 33 milligrams. So it's a higher concentration, but again, because you can do a drop or multiple, you're able to really dose it out and see what suits you best. Some people know that they have a higher tolerance for CBD and need 100 milligrams. So this gives you the opportunity to have that. Or if you're just starting or have a lower tolerance, then, you know, take a couple of drops. And also can, you know, take it throughout the day. So it's not something that you have to take all in one go. And with this, you can really spread out the usage of the product.
Right. Is dosage at all related to like body weight?
So people do say that depending on what your body weight is, that there's, you know, call it 6 to 10 milligrams per, I think it's like per 10 pounds, and I'll have to look at our commons information on that. My recommendation is always just start low and keep building from there. So if you're new to CBD, I think something in the 10 to 25 milligram range is a good just starting point. See how you react to it. And again, because different formats, you'll also react to them differently. I am definitely someone who feels a little bit differently if I ingest it versus if I take it sublingually. You know, when that kind of applies to all different cannabinoids. So I think it's really personal preference, but again, the start low, build from there, and see what really suits you. And it doesn't mean that you have to do this for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Like start one night, and if you feel nothing, then increase them from there, double it. Mints, they're 15 milligrams. You could cut them in half. Soft gels are probably the only thing that you're gonna not have the ability to, you know, cut in half. It'll get really messy. But that's also why, you know, soft gels are 30 milligrams, but that's why we offer other ingestibles that are in different amounts, so you can kind of play with that dosing and see what suits you best.
Right. And I think that's what's so amazing, right? So that you can, what you call stackables, right? So you can have, you know, your sublingual with your gummy, or you can just take, if you just want to take a mint and then you feel like you want pop a little soft gel.
Exactly,
afterwards.
yeah. You know, I'm someone who takes my supplements in the morning, so I take a soft gel as part of that. Throughout the day, I could have a mint or a gummy. You know, in my water or tea, have a tincture. I like, again, the strips, easy when you're traveling, just on the go, always having one on you. I like the topicals too. They're really easy to fit in your bag. And if you go to, like, now that we're going to gym classes again and being able to you know, be in person, just throwing it in your gym bag, having it with you. So for those aches and pains after.
So what is this?
So that is a topical CBD stick. It's has eucalyptus in it, also smells quite nice, and it's easy to apply with that kind of deodorant stick application. So when you think about different pain points, it's not deodorant. No, it is not deodorant. We do not have CBD deodorant yet, but maybe someday.
It smells great.
But it's just an easier application too. When you think about, you know, our salve is, this is a great size, but when you have like kind of a larger tub of something like that, just having to put your fingers in and apply it over, we like that application method. You know, when you think about where are your aches and pains, you know, your knee, your shoulder, kind of your back. I have hip pain, so, you know, easy to apply it there as well. And we like these too because you can just keep applying them throughout the day. So from a lot of people, we hear that they feel the impact, you know, within 5 to 15 minutes, but as we know, with all aches and pains, you need to kind of reapply throughout the day. And it's something that, you know, people are always worried about taking too much. With a topical, you're not going to get that. You know, it's because it's topically applied, it's not going into your bloodstream. You're not going to feel sleepy because you put too much topical ointment on. And they smell great, so we like that too.
No, that's so amazing. I just love all these products.
Thank you.
So if people are interested in getting more information, they can go to your website.
Yep, they can go to commons.co.
And they can also ask me.
Exactly, you're our #1 coach right here, so they can ask you any questions. And you know, that's really the whole point of the model, is being able to talk to someone, have feedback, better understanding, just learning. And you know, we don't want to just have people who are using the product and having no understanding or awareness around it. We want to have dialogue, and we also want to hear, like, how does it work for you? What did you learn from it? Tell us so we can also share that with other people.
Right. And the fact that, like, people still think that CBD makes you high just is a clue into the fact that there's so much misinformation.
Exactly.
You know, and how we can actually play a role in trying to help people feel better.
Exactly.
You know?
And I mean, I think that's the biggest point. There's so much information, lack of education. Even though there's so much information out there, it's still not great information. It's still hard for a range of people to understand. So we like the person to person. You talk to your friends in the same way you talk to your family. When you find something that you like or that works for you, you want to share it with people. And that's the mentality of Commons. Like, find something that works for you and share it with those you love.